All right. Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone Church of Birmingham, Alabama. As always, want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakudash.
Yeah, that's the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the ancient Hebrew tongue. I also want to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, much due honors and respect to the sincere brethren out there laboring in His work, as well as you believers, you know, the Akim and the Aqua, which will be the brothers along with the sisters that subscribe to this truth as well. So you see the title of this lesson, you know, we're going to go in on this devil, man, so-called white man, you know, Esau, which is the harbinger of death. All right, everything that you see here on the planet Earth that leads to whether it's misfortune, disease, shortcomings, well, guess what? The paper trail goes back to this devil, man, the so-called white man, you know? And if you are in denial, then that means that either you've been under a fucking rock. I don't know what to say about you, man. Right now, it's being made perfectly clear and manifest that the so-called white man is the source and the core to all the problems, the damn wickedness that have exceedingly polluted the planet Earth. Matter of fact, somebody can hold that 2 Ezra the 16th chapter. You know, there's a source of the wickedness that you see here on the planet Earth, man, and that's the wicked. Okay. You had something?
Yeah,
bring it up.
It's Sirach, or Ecclesiastes 34:4, of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come?
Right, and that's self-explanatory, for real, man. That's self-explanatory. You know, you can't bring something clean out of unclean. For an example, pork. There's no way you can flip and bounce and remix fucking pigs and make them into... Oh, that's why you got these devils over here in Israel. They got kosher fucking pig, man. That's the devil for you, man. Okay? That's the so-called white man. That's what you get when the wicked is in power. See? That's what you get, man. And that's why we know from the wickedness that's here on the planet Earth that the wicked must be in power. See? Anybody else got something? Yeah. Matter of fact, give what you got, Ryan, and come around.
All right, this is the book of Psalms 14:3. They are all going aside. They are all together become filthy. Right. There is none that doeth good, no, not one.
Yeah, not one Edomite, you know, because you got Jake and their feeble attempts to somehow, you know, exonerate Esau. You always got that fucking Negro, you got that Uncle Ruckus nigga, man, that come up with some way to exonerate the devil, man. Well, all so-called white people ain't bad. Some of my best friends, my co-workers, we go shoot pool after lunch, you know, after work. But guess what? The scriptures say not one, man, because it's woven in their DNA, man. It's a part of their fabric, you know, for them to be the wicked. Matter of fact, somebody give me Proverbs 16 real quick and 4. Give what you got real quick.
Okay, yeah, this Psalm 75, start at verse 6. Therefore, pride compares them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment.
Yeah, read that again.
Okay, this Psalm 75 and 6. Therefore, pride compares them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment.
Right, that's a part of you. That's your uniform. Like if you watching sports, you know, a certain team, the way you can distinguish each team is by wearing their uniform, man. You know what I'm saying? It's their uniform that represents them. So the scriptures say violence cover them like a fucking garment, man. When you see them coming, you should know, oh, this is the wicked right here. See, but Yahweh Shah put a blinder over you people, man. And you don't even know who the fucking wicked is. Out of all the evidence, the physical evidence that's here on the planet Earth. Okay, let's go through it. Let's go through it, all right? Homosexuality, which we know that's a capital offense in the scripture. Who promote homosexuality, man? Esau, man. So much so to where if you speak up against it, let's say if you got a platform, you're a radio talk show host or some shit, you better tread lightly. If you say some shit about the LGBTQ, you be in jeopardy of losing your job. Your livelihood is at risk, man. See, but who pushed that? Who protect these faggots? Oh, they might cut us, man. They might cut us live in the mid-live stream, man. But guess what? You can't use words like that. Why? Because Esau protect homosexuals, man. You know? Yeah. What else? Not just homosexuality. What else you could think of? Adultery. Yep. Oh, Esau promote adultery, man. Yep. They make adultery cool. Yep. It's to the point where you not cool if you ain't commit adultery. You can't make it in the rap game or being an R&B singer unless you promote popping another man's wife, man. Yep. See? That was Esau promote, man. Okay, and when you go into the dietary laws, it's strict foods that's lawful and unlawful in the scriptures, according to Leviticus the 11th chapter, man. Esau have made the unlawful foods a delicacy, man. Esau. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't say, okay, we know that Moab bugged out. They'll eat a damn bat. They'll catch a bat mid-flight, catch them out the air, and take that motherfucking head off, man. And eat some, some celery.
Oh,
a little rice and shit.
Yeah, Moab too. Huh?
Ozzy Osbourne did that.
Oh, yeah, that's what
he bit
a chicken head.
He bit a bat head.
He did a bat too?
He bit a bat head on stage.
On stage, fucking double. But see, like Moab though, but the point is Moab don't rule the world. The policies of Moab don't affect you. Moab don't hit you with sanctions and tariffs. Moab don't set the tone on the planet Earth. It's Esau, the so-called white man, has been given the reins of the planet Earth, man. So they got the power in their hand to enforce the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemal Shah. Yet they cast it behind them. And we're going to go into that too, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah. All right, anything else before we go further? What else did you... Usury? Yeah, Brett, go ahead. You got it.
Usury, man. You go get a payday loan, $250, but you owe them $375 next week. Now you forced to take out $250 each week, man.
It's a lot.
Yeah. You can't take no L, man. You got it.
How about you gotta wait to get paid?
Yeah, that's it. Come on.
But then, not just wait to get paid. Before you get what you work for, you already know. They done already sliced money out of your check that you don't know where it's going. And wherever it's going, it don't benefit you. And guess what? You work for this, man. Ain't no motherfucker get up early in the morning, sacrifice what you to sacrifice, take all the dangers to get to the job to work for it. And then once you, whether it's a week, really, hey, that's wicked. You gotta wait for it because what you gonna get paid every day. Esau come with
days work.
Esau come with the weekly. He come with the 2 week, and then he come with the month.
Monthly and all that.
Come on, man.
Salary and shit.
Salary, and then when you get your paycheck, man, you got deductions from your paycheck that you don't even know where it went, man. Hey, that's wicked, man.
Wicked is all hell.
That make you want to fucking do something to these Edomites, man.
Well, the scriptures say, man, if you're not fucking vexed with this place, man, come on, man. You should be vexed. What justify a lot? What justify a lot? Get that.
Because he was vexed with the
filthy conversation on the wicked, man.
Peter.
When you go into conversation, it goes into conduct. Yeah, go ahead. You got
it. Who else will give you a fucking water bill, man?
Right.
You got a fucking water bill, man.
Hey, look, I find myself saying, get that.
Yeah.
We can go here from now. Get that, man. Get that in Lamentations real quick. We can go from now until the tip is. We can go from now until the missiles come on this fucking devil, man. Okay, we're in court, man. Court is in session, man. But guess what? The evidence is overwhelming against you fucking devils.
You fucking devils are on trial, man.
You on trial, man.
That's right.
And we ain't letting up, man. They thought we would go away, you know?
Okay,
you thought that this was just another phase in black culture. Like we make a splash. No, man, the Lord put a resilient spirit on. We're going to keep chipping away at you devils, man.
That's right.
Yeah, come on, give me that. Lamentations, get that.
Okay, all right, this Lamentations 5:4. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
That's the fucking devil, man. Hey, the water is your God-given gift. But these devils take the water, package it and bottle it, put Aquafina on it, and sell it to you, man.
Hey, and Lion says it's pure water.
Fuck it, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. That's a part of the vexation, man. That's the part. Esau get a kick out of oppressing you, man.
Right.
These devils sit around these think tanks and come up with more ways to oppress Jake, man.
Right.
With these different laws, these strenuous laws, man. This tedious fucking, man, I'm telling you, man. If you ain't vexed with this place right now, man, you should be vexed with Esau, man. Oh, I did a video earlier where you had the Carmanians over there.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
You saw that, man?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It said Donald Trump a fire, man.
Yeah.
That's the mentality you should have, man. As an Israelite, you should have more of a vexing approach against Esau than anybody else, man. Okay? Yeah, so come on, let's get it.
I got something. This is on 2 Peter 2. This 2 Peter 2 and verse 7. It says, and delivered just like vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
And delivered just like, man. Right? Because guess what? He was vexed with the filthy conversation.
Right.
That's Ezekiel 9 and 4, man. Set a mark upon the foreheads of those that sigh and cry for the abominations that are done in the midst thereof, man. That's what that is, man. Read that again, huh?
Reading again in 2 Peter 2 and 7. And delivered just like vexed with the filthy conversation.
And delivered just like. Why? Because he was what? Vexed with the filthy conversation. We vexed, man, every day, man. We get tired of this fuck shit, man. We get tired of these bodies. We get tired of Esau, Edom. All right? We get tired of America. So on and so forth, man. Go ahead, huh?
Vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
The filthy conversation of the wicked, man. You know, the things that all of the wicked has to say, man. All right? And filthy conversation is their laws. Go to the way that they treat Jake. You know, you want to add someone up?
Yeah. That goes back into conduct too. You know, because what you speak, everything starts with your mind. You know, the penitentiary is packed with guys. The graveyard is packed with guys that a thought. It started with a thought. You know what I mean? And on the flip side, on a positive note, let's say guys that invented certain things, it started with a thought. Everything starts with a thought. So Esau and these fucking think tanks, they sit around and they plot and they scheme and they come up with these decrees to keep you vexed. Give me Isaiah the 10th chapter.
That's it.
Go ahead. You got more? You got something?
And these fucking summit meetings, we'll let me finish this.
Yeah, go ahead. Make your point, though. Make your point. No, make your point.
Oh, yeah, these fucking summit meetings, like the Ark said, man. They come in these summit meetings, man. All these heads and shit come together.
Yeah, Bilderberg meetings.
Yeah, Bilderberg meetings and shit, man. You know.
And it's all about vexing Jake.
Shit.
You know? Yep, go ahead. Get your precept real quick up, and then we go back to what you got.
Okay. This is Job chapter 20 and 19. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not.
Esau, man. You know, like I always say, man, he don't do anything diplomatically, man. He don't sit down and say, well, look, we want to do it this way, we want to do it. No, he gonna come straight in with the motherfucking sword, chopping heads off, man. A la Christopher Columbus, man. Christopher Columbus, man.
Yeah.
You know, which we all know that he didn't really do shit. He sent, we know the story, but still, Christopher Columbus, man.
Well, Christopher Columbus, he wrote in his memoirs that he couldn't lay his sword down for one fucking hour, man.
Bloodthirsty.
Bloodthirsty motherfucker, man. And then within a 4-year campaign, this devil killed up to 1 million so-called natives a year, man.
Right.
That was damn near genocide, man. All right, and when you really go into the writings of this devil, when they popped up, you had young natives. They didn't even know what the fucking sword was, man.
Right.
They was touching their sword and shit. They was pricking their finger, touching their sword.
Man.
And that devil went right in his quarters and he wrote a letter back to the King Ferdinand. Okay, what the queen was.
It's another.
And he said, you know what? We can take these people, man. That was the first thought, okay? You had a people that nursed them back to health, and that was the mentality of the devil, okay? The so-called white man. And that's the spirit of the Lord right now, identifying and targeting who is the wicked. Matter of fact, somebody hold Revelation the 6th chapter as well, man. Because we're in a time now where all the problems on the planet Earth, we can actually point to the corporate. That's a major, come on, man. That's a major move by Yahweh Shemal Shah. You know, that's the first steps in this road to recovery, if you will. Identifying the problem. Okay?
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. You got to make a point?
No.
Revelation.
Go ahead.
Yeah, come this book of Revelation 6 and verse 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, And power was given to him that sat thereon.
Read again from the top.
Yeah, because it's Revelation 6 and verse 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that day, yeah, it says, read from the top, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that's what Esau did when they came out of the slavery in the Renaissance time, man. They started causing hell, man.
Right.
Continuing on, it says, and they should kill, it's like, it says, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. And that's the same sword that Isaac has blessed him, man, back in Genesis 22, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Yahweh actually now shot, he blessed Esau with the sword, man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that, yeah. This is Job chapter 24 and 2. Some remove the landmarks, they violently take away flocks and feed thereof. And what we're going into is Crystal Ball Cologne, man. That's what we said, man. He came with the sword. He couldn't put his sword down for 5 minutes, man. He said some remove landmarks. And this is what Job's telling you about, man. Some remove landmarks. What did they do when they came over to this country, man? All right? They removed the landmarks. And what they do, they put their own land, their names on those landmarks, man, and say that this is theirs.
I got a precept for you too. Yeah, because this Psalms 55 verse 20 is that he hath put forth his hands against such as be with peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. He says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but words of his heart.
And who was at peace with him, man? When he came over here to the so-called new world, man, the natives was at peace with him, man. They didn't want to raise no war, man. They were trying to help this devil, man. Okay. All right? But the devil came as if he was in peace, all right? But the scripture says in his heart was what?
It says, but in his heart, it says in his heart they drawn swords.
That's right. Read it again.
All right, Psalms 55 and 20, it says he had put forth his hands against such as be with peace with him.
Yeah. So who was at peace with him, man? The natives, man. You know, hey, and what you did, man, you came and brought plagues, you know, smallpox and shit in the fucking blankets and shit, man. You know? And that's the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You can't get around it, man. Go ahead, up.
Yeah, it says he hath broken his covenant.
See that? And that's all the way up to this day, man. You make an agreement with a nation and you fuck around and turn around and break it with that nation, man. You know,
they broke over 500.
Yeah, 500 peace treaties. That's right.
With the natives,
man. That's right. Go ahead.
It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, man. That's deception. One of the greatest tools that the devil has, that Esau Edom has, man, the power of deception, man, to make you believe something that's not true, man, with your tongue, man. That's the power that Esau Edom has, man. That's why so many so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, on down to the so-called Mexicans of the 12 tribes of Israel, think that Esau Edom is their friend, man. Because Esau is so deceptive. He come with that little hanky-dory smile, that little chest cat hair ass smile, that little fake ass smile, making you think I'm your friend because you see a smile on my face, but behind my back I got my fucking finger crossed, man. Fuckers.
It says, but war was in his heart.
Yeah, war was in his heart, man. See what I'm saying? You see him playing these people, man, acting like you their friend. Or what the scripture said, man can speak one thing, but his heart be far from it. Roughly paraphrasing, you see him putting on an act. You being deceptive, but in your heart, you want to murder them, man. War was in your heart, man. With the fucking sword, man. Man, that's why the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua through Yahushua got to get rid of this devil, this deceiver, man. Go ahead,
It says, his words were softer than oil.
Yeah, his words were softer than oil, man. Conning you, man. Baiting you in with his words. Go ahead.
Yet were they drawing swords.
Yet?
Man.
I'm saying, hey, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. You know what I'm saying? Put that thing on him, bro. What's the fucking shit? Go ahead, up. You got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, this is Job 20 and 12. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. Yeah, start that verse out. This is Job 20 and 12. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth.
So guess what? That was his desire. That was pleasing unto him, his wickedness. You read Job, it's like in Genesis, the 4th chapter, it tell you there's going to be his desires.
Sweet in his mouth.
You know what I mean? Sin is going to be his desire, right? So it's sweet to him, right? You know what I mean?
Though he hide it under his tongue.
There's some different laws, legislations, man.
Deception.
You know what I mean?
Peace trees.
That's it, man.
Peace trees.
That's
I
it.
just brought up them 500 peace trees.
Yep.
You got
And that's what the scripture say too. I think it's Psalms 58 where it said, "Break out the teeth in the mouth." Because through their mouth, that's where they war.
That's it.
Through their mouth is where they bite you. Your teeth is found in your mouth. So through their laws, they're able to attack you.
That's it.
You know? Because your teeth is found in your mouth. You know?
Got it for y'all.
Yep, come on.
Because in Psalms 58 and verse 6, it says, break their teeth, O Most High, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions.
Now hold up real quick. Now when you go into the scriptures to tell you that the things that's written aforetime was written for our learning, right? Daniel was delivered out of the lion's den. You know what I mean? That had to happen so it could be like a foreshadowing of us. This the lion's den, man. Because when you consider a young lion, when you go into the system, you go to pit, which means what? Pit for catching lions, you know. But these lions right here in the spirit is Esau. Because a young lion, Jake is known as an old lion. Because it tell you, I think that's Genesis 49. Old lion lost their fight. But a young, you don't want to run across a young lion, man. They got energy, you know what I mean? They're exuberant, they'll follow you, they'll chase you, they'll hunt your ass down, right?
Pounce on you.
Ultimately, they'll pounce on you, But the scriptures say, break out. If you run across a lion without teeth, then he can't really do you no harm. No? Yeah, so read that again up.
Yeah, this Psalms 58 and 6, it says, break their teeth, O Most High, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord.
Yep. So the teeth is found where? In your mouth. So that's how Esau is able, like you got Rex 84, you got these different legislations that they have, the King Alfred plan. So what they do, right, they'll write laws to justify them rolling on you. So that means that their power is in their mouth. See how bad the Lord is? Their teeth is in their mouth, man. So they'll speak these, they'll write laws and legislation to justify them. And guess what, man? They've been waged war on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, it's in the form of their laws, you know? Yep. So
I'll finish it off.
You finished with it?
Yeah, that was it on that.
Job chapter 20 and verse 12, it says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth.
That's heavy.
Yeah. Because that's what Esau do. Esau speaking it, they'll put it in laws before they roll on you, man. And they so deceptive, like a lot of them laws that was passed in the civil rights, it was really for Esau, man. They had you think that they was passing it for Martin Luther King and all that bullshit. They was passing it for their ass, man.
Because that word within says pilot. You know what I'm saying? It reads the translation in his pilot. So he's keeping it basically to pull it out when you fuck up. Excuse my language. But that's what he's doing. He's waiting for you to mess up, man.
Look up that word.
What you got?
What you got, dog?
This is Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Right. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, man. And that's in the form of their laws and legislations. You know? Go ahead up.
And they write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, now that's heavy, right? Now they write grievousness which they have prescribed. Now you know when you go into that word for sorcery, it goes back to pharmaceuticals. You know? Now that definition say, when you go into that definition for sorcery, for pharmaceuticals and drugs, right, it says literally or figuratively. See? So when the scriptures say which they prescribe, that's a prescription, man. These laws are set up to keep you in derision. It's like you lose all your mental faculties. You know, like somebody spike you or they give you some drugs. Your vision is impaired. You don't know what you're doing. You know? Well, that's what these laws do. You know? It was set up to keep you in further derision. And we're talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here, man. Because that's who they got in captivity over here. You know, you go to one of these psych wards where you got the patients, the straight jackets. What they do to keep them? They give them shots. They give them prescriptions to keep them subdued.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Come on now, man. Sedated, you know? And that's what they're doing though. They're keeping you in the straight jackets. That's why, but the physician freed us. The truth shall free you. You should know the truth and it shall set you free, man. Everybody in this arena, everybody in this meeting, this gathering, and this sitting right here, if you partaking in this meeting, the Lord will set you free, man.
That's right.
You know? Yep. Go ahead.
This Psalm 10 and 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
Yeah.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Oh, man, yeah, and that's dealing with their laws, man. Because that's how Esau gets you. Esau write a law, and then now they justify in boxing you off, so to speak. You know? You have just broke code 1, you know what I mean? Code 1403, section 8, 2B. Get the fuck out of here, man. First and foremost, you directly going up against the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shah, because the Lord gave us laws to govern the land. You know? And you cast it away. And it tells you that in Psalm 50th chapter. But y'all got some over
there? Yeah, we got a definition in it.
Yeah, I got. I'm gonna read the scripture again. Job 20 and 13. He says, "Though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth." That word "still" we got in the blue letter. It's a strong H4513 manna, and it reads H meaning in Hebrew it means to withhold, hold back, keep back, refrain, deny, keep, restrain, hinder. So he's holding us back, man. All right, and I got a precept to go along with that. He keep it still within his mouth. This is Job 19 and 8. He hath fenced up my way that I cannot pass, and he has set darkness in my paths. Laws and legislations, man.
Because ain't them laws and legislations, man, you know, that they put darkness in Jake's path, man. You know, things that, especially when you don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Barack Obama, we were talking about Barack Obama, you know, putting our laws, legislations in our path.
Yeah, he was set up.
He was set up.
He hinders more than pro-generate.
And like the word "still" said, those laws are still in DJ Trump's mouth, man. You know, it remains. You know, and now they're putting it in effect. You got it?
Yeah, I got a quick precept real quick. This is 2 Ezra 11:44. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled, and therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws.
Right, and all of this is dealing with Esau, you know? These are the characteristics describing Esau, man. Everything leads to death. Okay? Go ahead.
Said, nor all thy vain body.
See? Yeah, so the paper trail goes back to the so-called white man. You got a lot of people that say, man, you blame the so-called white man for all your problems. Look, man, this devil, he is the source for the wickedness that you see here on the planet Earth, man. You know, you have the wicked. Wickedness can't be produced without the wicked, man. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to get it for you.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So the scripture said the earth, right? The planet that we live upon is given. The Most High have given the earth into the hands of the wicked. Now, who is the wicked? When we look around the earth, right? Do the so-called Negroes run anything? Do the so-called Mexicans run anything? Do the so-called Chinese or the so-called Japanese, they run the... Hey, they barely run the land that they inhabit. All right? Esau Edom totally controlled that land for real. He's the overhead of that land.
Yeah.
So read the scripture from the top again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So through a process of elimination, through extrapolation, we see who is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Who runs the world? All right? The so-called modern-day white man. Starting with the top tier elites, which come in the form of the world bankers, man.
That's right.
The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, those that control the world currency. Those are the wicked because they, the Most High have given them the control of the planet. Read it again from the top, one more time.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Yeah, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If you look at Caesar or Cesare Borgia, what did he look like? He don't look like a Chinese man. He don't look like a Mexican guy. He look like a what? A so-called modern-day white man, which is a red Hebrew Edomite. All right? Who are the judges? The saints, man. Starting with Yahushua on down to regular Hebrew Israelites. All right? Regular Hebrew Israelites. Starting with Yahushua, the prophets. All right? Go ahead, up. Those are the judges, man. You know, go ahead.
If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, if not, where and who is he, man? That's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua being facetious, man. You know? But Esau Edom has took down the faces of the judges through a thing called iconoclasm. Or iconoclasm, man, which means destruction of the icons. Who are the icons? The dark skinned, the speckled birds of the nation of Israel. From the darkest of to the brownest shade, man. You know?
Say something too
you got it up.
on that. If not, where and who is it?
Who is it?
Is that a question mark on there?
Question mark.
Yes, it is.
It stands.
Yes, it stands to this day. That's it, That's it,
It's not the Edomites. Who else could it be?
Scripture said, Yahushua said, a tree is known by its fruit.
Yep.
So who else could this come?
You know what I mean?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, count. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and 1. For the ungodly say, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy.
Yep, see? Yeah, it said our life is short and tedious, meaning what? How they know that? Because the prophets out. We doing this video now. That's very clear. Let them know that their time is going down. It said, in the death of man, there's no remedy, because once they fall, this time they ain't gonna be able to come back.
The scripture said third part of men.
The third part,
It's the third installment, folks. The third and final installment of Esau, man.
That's it. Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I preach something real quick. It's Malachi 1 verse 4.
Just backing up what the author just said.
It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the destined places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Yeah, and that was these devils, and everybody, I mean, you went to school, you had the history, you go to history class, they take pride in talking about the Renaissance, man. They take pride on it, man. The Lord said, I'm going to give it to you, man. You know what I mean? But guess what? You're going to go down, man. You know? You can't stop this, E. You going down, man. You know? And that's what the Lord set up, he set up Egypt like that. He built them up just to throw them down. That's why you read Revelation 13, who shall make war with the beast? Everybody thought this guy was never going down, not knowing how it's going to come in the height of everything, man.
That's it.
You know?
Top contender.
That's it. Number one contender. That's it.
This so the Lord can knock him off his square on that.
Yeah, just look It says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Hold on. They shall call it the border of wickedness. The Edomites, they the wicked. You know what I mean? They earned that title, man. Nobody can take that title from them. You know what I mean?
And it said a border of wicked, which means wherever Esau Edom planted his feet at, that's where the wickedness lies at.
That's it.
You know, you the poster child for wickedness,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
You know, Esau Edom, man, the so-called modern-day white man. All right, the red Hebrew Edomites, the children of Esau.
That's it.
See?
You got to make honors there. You know what I mean? You know, Esau in there.
And Esau there, man. Man.
They say everywhere they go, you got to make dollars there. Get the fuck
Right,
now.
you got a fucking Charmin's tissue commercial. You know what I'm saying? That's Esau Edom there, man.
That's it.
It says, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
And the people against the Lord who have what?
Indignation forever.
That's right. So the Most High have indignation against you forever, man. Indignation means righteous anger, man.
That's right.
All right. So the Most High righteously hates you, and we righteously hate Esau Edom because we fall in the footsteps.
Going back to Solomon, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and 1, it reads, for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
So ain't no comeback from this, man. And then, it said, I got this on top, this the head guy. It's talking.
That's what they saying in the Bilderberg. That's what they saying in the news. We reading what they saying.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, jump down to verse 5. Jump down to verse 5.
Because, hey, they got some meat in here.
Yeah, I know. Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5, Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 5. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away.
See, the shadow of death.
Shadow of death.
You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Well, you consider shadow a very fickle thing, man. One minute you look down, you see the shadow, next minute it's gone. That's how volatile, that's how vulnerable this rulership of the so-called white man is, man.
That's right.
You can't put your stock into this shit, man. This shit'll be over in 48 hours, man. Anything can happen.
Yeah, that's it. Because we in that season.
We in that season, man.
Now we just, okay, what day is going to fall?
We can't tell you exactly what hour, but we can tell you we're in that season.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Continued on, and after our end, there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again.
Because guess what? It's written in the scriptures. It's written in the scriptures. So that's it. And you go to the book of Obadiah, they let you know, man. You know what I mean? That's why these devils don't.
Matter of fact, get it.
Obadiah. Oh, you got that?
We will start at verse 3. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived
The
thee.
pride of the heart of Esau, man. You have deceived him, man. You have fooled yourself, man. You have fooled, and that's a deadly thing, man. Okay, it's already enough power that you can fool another individual, but when you fool yourself,
that's scary.
That's scary, man. Fucking scary. You making yourself believe
Well,
something
that's
that ain't true.
How about smell?
That's right. The pride of thy heart has deceived thee, man.
That's
That's one of the most high, man. To play with. Go ahead.
If I make it what the Lord said, deceive and deceive our ears.
Yeah, no.
That's
right.
It says, thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rocks, whose habitation is high.
Yeah, those that dwell in the cliff of the rock by Petra, all right, Mount Seir.
Okay.
All right.
Which spills over the Nile.
Which spills over the Nile.
These buildings, these high rises, these towers, these condos, you know, these buildings, right? They're nothing more than a replica of Petra, man.
That's it.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
It says, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah, so this is the mindset. This is the wicked imagination of Esau Edom, man. It says in his imagination, says within himself, within his heart, who shall bring me down, man? That's deception from the Most High, man. That you thinking you the shit.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop you, man.
I know it's a YouTube channel, infographics. They do like
yeah.
the USA versus the world.
Yeah.
USA versus China.
They the shit.
And US, these numbers come out and talk every time, man.
That's
And
USA.
then you read the comment, well, they are agreed that it is true. Anything dealing with Iran, what we can just do with Iran and get
that's true.
back.
That's true. Proud of down hard.
That's it. I got a quick precept dealing with that because it's going to say the same thing. It's this Jeremiah 49 and 16. It said, thy terribleness have deceived thee. Means that military, that's the only thing that's keeping them afloat, man. Not knowing the Lord is about to root that confidence. He could pull that confidence out you, man. You know, I said break the teeth. That also dealing with that military might, man. You know, that's why you go down. It said the mighty men of Edom, they heart's gonna be as a woman in her pains, man. So the Lord's gonna humble you in that day, man. You know. So it says, thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will breathe thee down from hence, says the Lord. So Esau and the eagle is intertwined with each other, man. Who else can you link the eagle back to, man? And that's how their attacks are aerial. It's only thing they do is drone strikes and aerial strikes. Yeah, I mean,
That's something you want to bring up.
Okay, good.
Snipers.
Yeah, that's it.
Go ahead.
This is going to about the mascot in ancient Rome, the eagle.
Oh, it said the mascot of ancient Rome, and this go back to Greece too now. Go ahead.
Then Aquila, Latin for eagle.
See?
That was the mascot for ancient Rome as well.
Yeah, Greco-Roman.
The most proudest
Greco-Roman Empire.
Greco-Roman Empire.
Yeah, to go back to the Greeks too.
Right. Proudest bird. Now you the turkey.
Well, now it said the Aquila, that's Latin for eagle, right? Now, what you just read and what y'all was just making a point about, you got snipers, you got these intelligence. They could fucking plant. These devils got cameras the size of a fucking pinhead, where they do documentaries on ants and shit like that. But guess what? That goes back to the eagle. Because the eagle, one of the attributes of the eagle, they got keen eyesight.
Right. See from afar. That's right.
You went down?
You just said king of the sky.
Oh shit, yeah, read that then. Read that real quick.
It said the eagle, when his keen eyes symbolize courage.
That's the spirit of the Lord. It said the keen eyesight, right? Now, another attribute of the eagle is they claws.
Right.
That goes into their laws.
Right.
Laws, yeah.
Because in laws and contracts, you got a play on words. You got clauses in contracts.
Right.
And if you don't read them clauses get in you, then you fuck, right? Now, what's another attribute of the eagle? They're dirty as fuck. Hey, that's beautiful. They real dirty, the dirtiest bird. They fly higher than any other bird. Then they attack you from an aerial point of view. They attack you from the air. Then they retrieve back to their nest.
You can't
get that. That's America. They wreak havoc in the Middle East. You know, these abstract, and they come back over here. You know? Fucking devil. Yep. Go ahead, you got it.
But the eagle with its king eyes symbolize courage, strength, and mortalizing, but is also considered king of the skies.
King of the skies. The Wright brothers, you know?
That's it.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, more on that? Was it out? Okay, come. But the point is what? The Aquila, which is the eagle, it goes back to the Greco-Roman Empire, meaning the ancient Greeks in Rome, which everybody know, if you got in the field for history, that the rulers in that time was who? The so-called white man.
That's it.
Okay? So now you're aligned with the scriptures. You're in association with the prophecies. And read this again real quick. I know y'all got something. Read that again in Obadiah one more time.
Oh, you're kind. Going back to Obadiah 1 and verse 3 again. It says, the proud man I have to see thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Come on now.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Man, so you devils, you got nowhere to hide, man. You've been identified and targeted as the wicked that the scripture speaks about.
That's it.
Case closed, man. Hey, man, we have produced enough evidence, man. You guilty on all charges, you fucking devils, man. You
Right.
We got audio, video.
We got audio and video on you.
You got souvenirs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on.
We got footage. We got pictures of you.
Somebody got to be Cain at the end.
Yeah, somebody got to be Cain got killed at the end, man.
Which one of y'all is Cain?
Why was that Cain? Which one of y'all is Cain?
Yeah.
Which one of y'all is Cain?
Yeah.
That's
it.
Yeah, go ahead. We can go back.
I got a quick precept. Isaiah 47 and fuck, I'm gonna start over.
Get out.
It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." That's right. Come down, come off that high throne that you're in. Who is the virgin daughter of Babylon? It didn't say that. It didn't say Babylon. It said the virgin daughter of Babylon. We know a daughter what comes after, right?
Yeah.
It says the virgin daughter of Babylon because America is that untouched land, man. America has not seen the turmoil and the chaos and the war that it has brought to all the other lands upon the soils of the world, man. That's why the scripture said the virgin daughter of Babylon. You know, and we living in the times where America's going to be touched. You got a precept?
Yeah, dealing with, let you know that Edom is Babylon. The daughter of Babylon. This is Psalm 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, raise it.
Yeah, the scripture says, remember. All right? And that's us telling the Most High, hey, man, remember who those have treated us wrong, man. Remember those have treated us like shit, man. Remember them, man. All right? Don't let their iniquities fade away, man. All right? Remember them. Go ahead,
Who said, raise it, raise it.
Yeah, burn it, man. Burn it down to the ground, man. Go ahead.
Even to the foundation thereof.
See, even to the foundation thereof.
O daughter of Babylon.
Oh, daughter of Babylon. What is that? America, man. That mystery daughter of Babylon. There's no mystery anymore. Why? Because the Most High has put the spirit upon his men to reveal Babylon, man. That's why there's no mystery. Those that will hear, all right, will receive this. But those that hear, whether you hear or forbear, as the scriptures say, all right, America is the mission daughter of Babylon. But those that don't hear, man, death unto you, man. All right, because you forsake the word. Go ahead.
And I say something. It ain't like the context changed.
Yeah, no. That's right. That's right.
It ain't like it just come like tonight and start talking about.
That's right. No. Same place. Same place.
It said, "Oh daughter of Babylon."
Like I always say, the story don't change, man. Go ahead.
It said, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed."
Who ought to be destroyed. Why? Because you're gonna reap what you sow, man. That's why you ought to be destroyed, man. Number one, because you murdered the forefather of the saints, which is righteous Abel. Then you turn around and you suppress the righteous Abel in the womb, which came back as Jacob. Then you turn around and sow your fucking birthright. Then you turn around and hunt your brother down like a damn wild animal. All right, then hey man, you just like I said,
charge on top of charge.
Hey, it's just charge on top of charge, man. Charge on top of charge, man. Go ahead,
all right, quick precept for that. This is Revelation chapter 17, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, "And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon."
Yeah, that's America, man. Upon her forehead, man. You know that was written, Mystery Daughter of Babylon.
The mother of harlots.
Yeah, the mother of harlots, man. You a whore, man.
That's it.
You know, you have committed fornication all across the board, man.
Straight up.
You know, you're a fucking whore, man, and sit upon many waters. Go ahead.
They gotta say too.
You got it.
All these different, these different countries. Yep, that's it. And the wickedness that have exceedingly polluted the planet Earth. America birthed that, man. Right. She the mother of all that shit.
That's it.
You know?
Because these other countries, man, they was in their native mode or native mindset.
They was following the customs of their
forefathers. They was calling it custom. That's what I'm trying to say. The custom of their forefathers.
They committed fornication with this woman.
Fuck them, man. When America came about with this modern guys, what you gonna say?
And native tongue.
And native tongue.
Everybody speaking
Come with
that's right.
That strange language.
Come with that bullshit. Go ahead,
It's westernized.
Yeah, westernized. That's it. Westernization, man.
It says,
which is wickedness, man. Go ahead.
It says, "And abominations of the earth, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints."
See that? See, that's the fucking thing, man. That's why you need to be destroyed, man. Because you drunken with the blood of the saints, man. All right? You have murdered the saints, man. See that, man? Give me shit. What is that? Psalms 32.
What it say?
Matter of fact, don't worry about it. Keep going.
Yeah, it
says. 37. That's what it
said, "And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua."
Yeah, drunken with the saints and the blood of the witnesses of Yahushua, man. Go ahead.
"And when I saw her, I wondered with great."
All right, and that also goes to those that had to die for the witness of Yahushua, man. See that? You got some more?
No, that was pretty much one.
I got you.
Matter of fact, who? Somebody
we got what you good for.
Okay, come.
Yeah, kind of Psalms 37, verse 32. "The wicked watch the righteous and seek to slay him."
That's right. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him, man. Hey, the scripture speaks of the scripture speaks of what? They sit in the cut and wait for blood. Roughly paraphrase.
I think I know what
yeah, because that's the eagle. That's right.
Cunning hunters.
Yeah, the cunning hunter, man. Go ahead. What you got? Go ahead.
Yeah, this Psalms chapter 10 and 8. He's sitting in the lurking places of the villages.
See that? He's sitting in the lurking places of the village in the cut, man. In the places in the shadows, man. That the eye can't see, man. That you ain't paying attention to, man. Being that cunning hunter, man. Being that slick snake that the scripture speaks of, man.
Yeah.
See that? Go ahead.
You never know it's a roadblock till you get
there. Hey, man, that's it, dog. See, and the way a roadblock is set up, right? A roadblock is set up to where you sit on the flat land, and then once you go over a hill, you can't see the drop of the hill when you at the peak. Once you get over the peak and you hit the drop, boom. What are you doing with the flashlight? Come on. Doing that. Come on. See, man, that's a cunning hunter, man. Sitting in the cuts, man, waiting on you, man.
Yep.
And the roadblock is set up mainly in Jake neighborhoods where a person ain't got enough money to afford the fucking ID. They can't afford their license. They can't afford insurance. See what I'm saying? They barely got fucking gas to put in the car, man. And you want to set up a roadblock. See, that's Esau, Edom sit lurking in the cuts. Go ahead, dog.
It says, In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes
See that in the secret places where he murdered the innocent, man. Who is the innocent? The saints, man. See, and it says murder, man. That's a conviction upon you. See, that's why you're on trial right now, man. That's a conviction on you because you have murdered. Innocent, you're murdered, man. You, matter of fact, you the first murderer. Going back to your forefather Cain, man.
But that's why when you go into, you got this guy Bill Gates.
Right.
He came out with the depopulation.
Right.
This whole coronavirus.
Right.
That's them bitches sitting in the lurking places.
Right.
In these meetings.
Right.
These secret places.
Bilderberg
And they setting up. They're setting up these different diseases to murder the innocent. Really, when you go into the Georgia Guidestones and this idea of depopulation, that's geared towards Israel, man. Matter of fact, somebody get that real quick too. Hold it on deck. We ain't got to get it right now. We just set it up. You know, I'm on Exodus. You know, because the scripture, that's the blueprint. That's the formula, man. These devils always go back to you know, like the ancient Babylonian customs, man. You know, and they take a page out of all these different customs. You know, who came up against Israel in the past. Right? So now, this whole idea of the Georgia Guidestones, the depopulation, who is the nation that have waxed exceedingly great, you know, who have become fruitful and multiplied, man? Israel, man. So that whole depopulation shit, that's geared towards Israel, man. So when this devil, what his name, again, we just said his name, Bill Gates, came out with this whole thing of carefully, that's the words he put, that we can carefully get rid of this problem of overpopulating, and it's going to be done through these diseases and shit like that. That's geared towards Israel, man. You know? So, go ahead.
Yeah, it says, in the secret place doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lied in wait secretly as a lion in his den.
Shit, the lion's den.
That's it. He lied in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he drive him into his net.
Right, and that's this system.
Yep.
Once you draw it in, you done, man. When Esau got you, you done. That's why the scriptures tell you to forsake this place, you know? Right. Only the elect is not going to be attached to America, man. We have detached ourselves from this place. Or what's that? I think that's 2nd Ezra 13th chapter where it says, he that touches pit. Wisdom of Solomon, yep. I think it's 15, whether it's 13 or 15, one of them. I mean, you ain't got to get it. If you can get it, go ahead. But if not, don't worry about it. You know, just quoting the scriptures. It tells you, he that toucheth pitch, you know, defileth himself, man. That means that you are not to cleave to America. You got it up?
Yeah.
Bring it up.
It's Ecclesiastes Sirach 13:1. He that touch a pit shall be defiled therewith, and he that have fellowship with a proud man,
which is Esau, go ahead,
shall be like unto him.
Right, so if you associate yourself with this place, you're going to be defiled, man. Straight up and down, point blank, period. That's why for those amongst us, we have renewed. Matter of fact, somebody get that real quick. Romans 12:2, real quick. Get that real quick. Because what we have embarked on, this journey, is a journey of detaching from this world. Shedding this world. Okay, you got that up?
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
See, it ain't like we physically gonna leave here. We don't teach the fleet doctrine. We're gonna go to fucking Egypt somewhere. No, we leaving out of this place by way of our mind. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, huh?
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
Right, yep. So, you gotta go back to where you was at.
Yeah, hey, the scripture says what? Arise, Micah 2:10?
Arise and depart.
Yeah, right, arise and depart. Like I said, that's contrary to the fleet doctrine, man. That's some carnal shit, man. Yeah. All right? Yeah, Micah 2:10 tells us arise and depart, for this is not your rest. And that doesn't mean on the physical level. That means on the spiritual level. And that means don't conform to this world. Give me conform and blue letter. Real quick. Real quick. Go ahead.
That thing conform like to make the same
Yeah. To conform your mind and your body to one's fashion, man.
Yep.
All right, that's what it really says, meaning You wake up in the morning, all right, instead of you doing what you want to do or what you're supposed to do, you conforming to the system or the pit's way of living.
Yep.
That's conforming to this world. And who runs the world, man? The wicked elites.
Yeah.
So a bunch of fucking faggots, man. A bunch of wicked faggots, man. So you conforming to the mindset of these wicked faggots, man. Starting with the top tier elites. You know? So what that makes you? Go ahead, up.
Yeah, I had an article pulled up by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. All right, it's an article off their website. Bill and Melinda Gates announces a $100 million gift to establish the Bill and Melinda Gates Children's Vaccine Program. And the reason we don't teach that flea doctrine, all right, is this here. Quote, this is a complicated problem with a very simple goal: to make vaccines that you and I take for granted available to children regardless where they live. So it don't matter where you go. The vaccines, these certain stations they got set up, these chipping stations, they're going to find you, man, especially if you so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. What you fleeing from?
Yeah, because the gross darkness are covered.
It's covered the whole earth. That veil has covered this whole earth.
Yeah.
God, you got it off.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a heavy point, man. You know, wherever you go, man, if you're a Hebrew Israelite, part of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the curse is going to follow you, man. You can't outrun the curses. You got to wait on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to deliver the curse. Deuteronomy 30:7 tells you about that. Go ahead.
I got that
Yeah,
word.
go ahead.
Strong's G.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Scatizo, to conform oneself, i.e. one's mind or character.
To conform oneself, i.e. one's mind. Example, one's mind. See, you got your mind conformed to Esau Edom's system, man. Instead of conforming to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, conforming to the old path, you conforming to this new path. You conforming to the ways of this world, which is controlled by the wicked elites, man. Go ahead.
To another's pattern.
See, to another. Who is that another? The wicked elites. To their pattern, man. The way that they have set up for you to live. You know, to live broke and fucking die broke. That's just really what it is. Go ahead.
Fashion oneself.
See, fashion oneself according to. Go ahead.
It says conform to.
See?
Fashion oneself to. That's it.
Yeah. So that's the way of the wicked, man. And we are the opposite of that, man. You know? Contrary. Go ahead.
These Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished. Yeah, so hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished, man. So if you come in this world, if you like being in this space, you're gonna get the same judgment as Esau, man. And the same judgment as Esau is what? Death, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody who's coming in this place, everybody who's sitting in this place with their feet up, relaxed, you're gonna get destroyed in this place, man. You know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you made an alliance.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, somebody get Isaiah 13 and 15.
I got a precept for
Yeah,
you.
get it while you get it.
This is Second Edges 2:36. Flee the shadow of this world. Mm-hmm. Receive the joyfulness of your glory.
Right, and that's dealing with this knowledge, man. Well, when you get this knowledge, by default, you flee from the shadow of this world. The shadow is the darkness, which translates to what? The misinformation. You know what I mean? Yeah, the disinformation. Yeah, the misinformation that they give you here, man. They tell you that the so-called white man is the most high, man. You know? When you flee the shadow of this world, you come into this light, then now you've been put up on game, man. You know? Hey, there's something about truth. Truth brings a certain level of comfort, man. You're comforted when you know the truth, okay? You got something up?
Oh, I got that. I'm holding Isaiah.
Yeah, bring it up. Isaiah 13 and 15.
It's Isaiah 13.
Yeah, because there's a penalty for you subscribing to Esau's doctrine, man.
That's right.
It's not like the Lord gonna say, just let bygones be bygones. You know, we can agree to disagree. Go ahead.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
See that? So that's the penalty, man. For all of you who you join to this devil. Why? Because he's the devil. Okay? Now with all that established, let's get into why this man the devil, man. Okay? Let's go into that. Because it's easy. You know, somebody can say, oh, you guys just a bunch of disgruntled guys, you know what I mean? Venting your frustration towards the so-called white man and you're using the Bible Well, we gonna go into why this man is the devil, man. Okay, and why he's the wicked. So first and foremost, let's start with Proverbs 16:4 real quick. Let's get that real quick. You got something? You got it? Get that.
It's on Proverbs 16:4. The Lord have made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right, so the Lord made the wicked. There's a wicked out here. Yeah, you got people that actually do wickedness. Jake commit wicked acts. But you have a wicked, you know, who is the source of what you see out here on the planet Earth, man. You know, the homosexuality, like I said, the usury, you know, the promoting of foods that's unlawful and is a direct offense to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah. There's a certain nation of people that's in that spirit. Now, let's go to Malachi, the first chapter, real quick. Let's go there, you know. And we're going to read that, and we're going to go into the fact that the Lord hates the wicked. You know? So we ought to hate the wicked.
That's right.
Yep, go ahead.
So you can just get to the point on that. All right, yeah, call this Malachi 1:3. He says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Start at the top.
All right, kind. Yep, this is Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, where hast thou loved us?
Right.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord?
So why aren't these so-called pastors and preachers, why isn't this the thing? Why are we the only ones talking about Jacob and Esau, man?
Right.
This the scriptures kind of summarizing everything. Going to the point like, look, okay, these are the two people. If you want to know who Yahweh Shema Shah love and hate, this is it. He's telling you who he love, because you got these Christians that say God is love. That's true, but this scripture is telling you that he is love, and he's telling you who he loves. And he's telling you who he hates. Go ahead.
I said, was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
That's it right there, man. Now, why did he hate Esau?
That's it.
Give me Ecclesiasticus 15 and 13. You got some hold what you got real quick, and let's get this real quick. Ecclesiasticus 15 and 13.
This is Ecclesiasticus 15.
Somebody look up, we're going to get it first. And then we're going to look up a certain word right there. Let's see what it says. Go ahead.
The Lord hateth all abominations.
Now, let's look up that word abominations, man. The Lord said he hated all abominations. Wait, so we just read he hate Esau, right? And somebody get, what's that? Hebrews 12. You got it?
Oh, yeah.
Hebrews 12:16.
Get Hebrews 11 chapter 1 and 2.
Well, you can go to simple Google, however you want to go. Just go there. Let's see what you got. You got it?
Simple Google. Abomination, a thing that causes disgust or hatred.
A thing that causes disgust or hatred. Go ahead.
A feeling of hatred. Atrocity. Yes, simple words. Atrocity.
Atrocity, and that's associated with Esau, man. Go ahead.
Disgrace.
Horror.
Obscenity. Outrage. Curse. Torment.
Oh, cursed.
Evil.
Cursed.
Violation.
Cursed. The scriptures say that he's...
my curse come down upon my
curse.
curse.
My curse?
Yep, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Man. Yep, go ahead, read that again. Go from the top again.
It says atrocity, disgrace, horror, obscenity, outrage, curse, torment, evil, monstrosity, violation, bugbear.
What?
Yeah, bugbear.
Look into that.
Now, scripture, it said, if you brought out the point, what the scripture say, how the sword of the Lord is going to come down upon his curse, right? You know? Now, real quick, somebody go to Wisdom of Solomon 12.
Get it real quick on one.
Wisdom of Solomon 12.
If you can, get it real quick.
Whoever can get it. Whoever can get it first. Wisdom Psalm 12 and start at 10.
All right, got it.
You got it?
You got it. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 and 10, it reads, but executing thy judgments upon them by little and by little, though thou gavest them place of repentance.
Right, when you get into Esau, the Lord hit you up little by little, and you devils had a chance to repent, man. But there's a reason why they ain't going to repent. Go ahead.
Not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation.
Yeah, that's hold on. Let somebody go. Let's go get it.
Look that up.
Yeah. Somebody, we got more on that.
Yeah.
Go to what the elder put up about that agent.
Oh, from Elder Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, come on, man.
And read that while he getting it.
Again, start Wisdom Solomon 12 and 10. But executing thy judgments upon them by little and little.
Right, because the Lord could have easily just overthrown Esau just with one snap of the finger. But he's hitting them up little by little. Okay? And if they are righteous, then what should they do? Shouldn't they repent by now?
Yep.
Shouldn't these devils repent by now?
Yep.
Go ahead, see? Now, hold on. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation.
Yeah, the Lord ain't slow. The Lord ain't ignorant. The Lord know that this is a naughty generation. This is that same generation that goes back to the serpent. Now, did you get the
Yeah, I got it.
I want to get the post, if you will, just the quick, straight to the point post. Read that.
It says, all white men are pedophiles by nature.
All white men are pedophiles by nature. You know?
That's the truth.
That's the truth. Go ahead.
It says, nanny cam catches federal agent.
Hold up. You had a nanny cam. Now, you know what a nanny cam is. You know, you got the baby in the crib. And you got the cam, the nanny cam. A nanny cam caught what?
Caught a federal agent.
A federal agent. The same guy that'll lock you up. What did he caught the federal agent doing?
Smelling girls' underwear.
He took the oath.
Yeah.
That's that naughty generation, man.
Now we can close the lesson right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she about 6.
Yeah, she like 6 months.
Got Minnie Mouse in the house.
Damn, look, nigga like, damn.
Hey, you got a picture, man. Could you make that big and show the audience, man?
Federal
Damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah, put the post on.
He getting a good whiff of playtime.
It's something about an illustration, man. Take a look at that.
Motherfucker, man.
Take a look at that.
I got the definition for naughty and
Take the
simple.
oath.
Okay, come. We're finna go there. Hold on.
All
Y'all see that, right? That's a federal agent caught lurking, you know, in a 6 month. I don't know. The baby could be what, 3 years old or something.
Yeah.
He's sniffing a fucking panties, man. And this motherfucker been given the jurisdiction to send you to prison.
He took the oath.
Fed, man.
He
Yeah, he took the oath.
put the hand on the Bible.
Yeah,
To take that. To be a federal agent.
federal agent, man.
Federal agent.
Someone you esteem to be one of your leaders
Yeah.
in your judicial or your crime fighting. What I want to say, your police force, man.
Yeah, got it.
You know, so your
level, man.
concern protect you,
That
man.
motherfucker said, damn, like, he get a good whiff of that playtime pussy, you know what I mean? It's like it, you know what I mean? This shit, tight.
Yeah, man. Fucking though. You should be vexed
Should
with
be
these devils,
big,
man.
man.
No?
How I go see, now he broke the
Yeah.
cannabis and just took off, man. These devils, man.
Definition of the devil, man.
Now read that again. Read that,
Start from the top.
and then we're going to get that definition, man.
Okay.
No, you read. Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 12 and verse 10. But executing thy judgments on them by little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them, and that their condemnation would never be changed.
Yeah. So from all the way from Cain all the way up into your lower level of your Edomites, all the way to the top tier elites, man, you're gonna be that profane person, man, that the scripture speaks of, man.
You can't help it. It's woven in your DNA.
Can't help it, man.
That's you.
You Mr. Do Wrong, man.
Yep. So, you got that definition? If we're going to go back to where you was at.
Simple Google definition naughty. It says disobedient. Badly.
Oh, disobedient. When you go back to this fuck up, man, Man, if you go back to Esau, man, his parents told him not to marry.
He did.
He did this shit, man. Fucking disobedient, man. You always have been disobedient. Matter of fact, somebody use Psalms 50 and 16 real quick. We're gonna go back to that definition.
This is the book of Psalms 15, verse 16. It says, "But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hast hated instruction?"
You hate instruction. And the instructions is in the scriptures. The scriptures clearly outline that you shouldn't lie with another man like you lie with a woman. In that event, you have just committed an offense against your house by Shema. Scripture said that's an abomination that's guilty up unto death, man. And them devils turn right around and not only do it, it's one thing to do the shit to wink or blush at your wickedness in the closet. These devils come out and make the shit in the open, man.
Full fucking pride.
Full pride.
Yeah, that is the epitome of pride.
Full-fledged, just out in the open. Devils, man. You see what they do, man? Yeah, go ahead,
It says, "And casteth my words behind thee."
And you cast the Lord's words behind you. Now, what's heavy about that is in order for you to cast something, you got to have it. So you took yourself to the law of the Lord. In order for you to cast something, the Lord gave it to you. So the Lord said, the Lord's so heavy, the Lord is wise. The Lord said, look, I know that this devil, probably the spirits, we were probably like, oh, you gonna give them a chance? They just might do right. They don't jeopardize the kingdom for us. The Lord said, no, man, I'm gonna give these motherfuckers the law. And they so wicked, they not gonna do right, man.
If I may, he said, "You got Moses and the prophets. They got the scriptures. They got the understanding, but they refuse to undo it. They supposed to have more faith than us. They got the artifacts.
Oh, come on.
You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be doing videos for days. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the scripture said, blessed is he who did not see. Yeah, who have not seen. These devils, they see Michael the ark. They out there in the fucking heavens, man. They got the technology. They see the chariots. They probably see Michael the archangel and shit. Yet they still going up against the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 26 and 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
Yeah, come on now.
It says, in the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly.
Right, you got gay parades. The biggest gay parade in infamy in the history of man is held over there in Tel Aviv, man. Damn, big 6'8" niggas should be a tight end, man. Some pink pumps, man.
Yeah, man. Nose tackles and shit. Michael Jackson. Nose tackles.
That's what I'm thinking about too.
Yeah, don't think about the Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the middle linebacker nigga kept coming on with my story of how I came out of the closet.
See, man.
Yep. Fucking ESAU promote, man. Come on, up.
It says, in the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord.
Yeah, see, this man will not cleave. Behold means to retain. He would not retain the majesty of the Lord, this knowledge, man. Meaning what? He cast it away. When you don't behold something, I just read, but read it again.
Oh, that's like.
Read it again.
Psalm
50.
Oh, you want it? Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. In verse 17 again, it says, Psalms 15, verse 17. It's the Psalms 15, verse 17. Seems thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee.
See, now they go back to this definition. Go ahead, Op.
It says disobedient.
Now that's the definition for naughty. Go ahead.
Disobedient, badly behaved, says
fucking devil, man.
Typically because related to sex. Right
back to that pervert sniffing the little girl's panties, man.
And you're a physical fucking fornicator, man.
Yeah, that's what they're about. Fornicator, You got more on that definition?
No, I said
all right, now come on, let's go back to where you was at.
Going back, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 11. For it was a cursed seed from the beginning.
But it was a cursed seed from the beginning. And that's why when y'all read, when y'all would just read.
Definition for,
abomination. The word curse came up there. And that's why when you made the point of the Lord says the sword should come down upon Idumea. So this devil is cursed, man. And we don't have to go into any in-depth analysis, okay, or extensive breakdown. Why? Because you look at the devil at face value with the naked eye, he ain't got pigment in his skin. And that links up to Genesis, the 4th chapter, where the earth is not in harmony with this devil, man. This devil at risk of having skin cancer just because he's the so-called white man. Right then, that show you he's cursed, man. You know?
I got it. Real quick.
Yep, go ahead and get what you got. Then we're going to go back where you at.
Yeah, this is the book of Romans 9 and 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil. This is the book of Romans.
Now we'll be here, man, to the middle
That's it. Yep, that's it. Yeah, this is the book of Romans 9, and I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, that is, they which are the children of flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. For this is the word of promise, at this time when I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by him, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that called, It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Come on now. And that's what Esau's scared of, man. Go ahead.
Continuing on, it says, verse 50, it says, verse 14, it says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High?
Now, hold that, and go back to where you at, but read the 12th verse. We're going to examine all that. We got to jump around. Is it fault with the Most High? Go to the 12th verse right there.
Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 12. For who shall say, what hast thou done, or who shall withstand thy judgment?
Go ahead.
Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish?
So how could you blame the Lord? You can't accuse the Lord for the nations that were set up to perish, which is dealing with who? Esau. Go ahead.
Continuing on, whom thou hast made.
See, the Lord made you to be the lump of clay of dishonor, man. Go ahead.
Or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous man?
So the Lord, how you gonna come and say and check the Lord because he made the unrighteous man to be killed, man, to be destroyed?
And that's a question mark. Stand to this day. Like, who that?
Yep, that's stand to this day. Now go back to, we're gonna go back there, but now go back where you at.
And it says, verse 14, the king says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High?
Yeah, I dare you to say that the Most High is off because he don't really, the Most High hit it was beautiful, man. These devils need to be put down.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead.
It says, the Most High forbid. For he said unto Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Right, and that's dealing with the elect of the nation of Israel, which is going to spill over to the entire nation of Israel. All right, go ahead.
It says, now have compassion on whom I will have compassion. It says, so then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. And I'm going to jump down to verse 21. It says, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor.
Right, so the Lord, I tell you, took the same piece of clay and make a beautiful vase with it, and that same clay made a fucking trash can with it, man. And that's Esau, man. Yep, go ahead, up.
Going back to
No, we got more on that. Roman, go ahead.
Yeah, kind of continue on, verse 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction?
We just read that in Wisdom of Solomon, where the Lord said he chastised them little by little, man. So the Lord been enduring and putting up with you devils and your bullshit for the longest, man. Go ahead, up. You got goddamn pedophile rings and shit like that, man. Piece of gate.
Fucking Jerry Epstein.
Yeah, all that shit, man.
Epstein pedophile land.
He had pedophile album.
Yeah, that was
pedophile
I'm like a land, pedophile island.
Yeah, man. It's just a oasis of pedophiles, man.
Man.
Fuckers, man.
go find him a door.
Continuing on.
If this is not him, who and where is he, man?
That's another question mark.
And that's the question that stands to this very day, man. And if you got something, if you develop some soft spot for these devils, man, some level of sympathy, man, the Lord will destroy your ass.
That's right.
Yeah, go ahead, huh?
It says, verse 22, what if, it's like verse 23, it says, and that he might, and then he, it's like, it says, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had.
That's the knowledge.
That's it.
That prove that that's the elect. The Lord had made known the riches of his glory unto us, man. Come on, man. We know your fate. Go ahead.
It says, which he had before prepared unto glory.
Yeah, before the Lord already set us up for glory, right?
That's it.
Is it on that up?
That's it. That's it.
That's beautiful right there, yeah. Now come on. Get what you got. Now start at the 11th verse again and jump all the way back down.
Yeah, back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12, verse 11. For it was a cursed seed from the beginning.
Yeah, so that's why you got pedophiles. That's why you got these devils who promote everything that's contrary to Yahweh Shemel Shah. The Lord said, don't eat pork. Why all of a sudden, out of all the meat on the planet Earth, you can eat giraffe. You can eat all the time. Giraffe a big ass.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Right.
You can eat all this different food, right, that's lawful. But the very things that's unlawful, that's what this devil promote, man.
Red lobster and
Goddamn red lobsters and fucking...
Fucking slave food, man.
Yeah, Piggly Wiggly, man. Bust up Piggly Wiggly, man. Yeah, construction crew, you know what I mean? Stop and eat some Jack's biscuits and shit, man. You smell bacon, man.
That's raccoon food.
Fuckers, man.
That's raccoon food.
Oh, yeah, them motherfuckers eat shit like that, too, man.
Possums.
Yeah, possums and shit like that.
Yeah, roadkill.
Yeah, eat squirrel. Yeah, roadkill up and see a squirrel. Hey, get a U-turn, baby.
We got dinner
You
tonight.
got dinner tonight? Who asked motherfuckers about mayo?
Yeah, man.
We got mayo and tomatoes and shit. Salt and pepper. Fucking squirrel on that motherfucker, man. That's the basic. Hey, somebody give me call. Somebody get Joel 30, man. Let's go there, man.
Roasted squirrel.
Yeah. Fucking barbecue squirrel and shit. Medium rare with some barbecue sauce and shit, man. Fucking claw.
2 minutes on
Yeah,
each
leave
side.
his teeth in his mouth.
Yeah. Fucking claw on the fucker, man.
Fried alligator.
The brain raw and shit.
alligator.
Motherfuckers drink the blood of the
Yeah.
animal before they cook it and shit, man.
The teeth is good for you.
They do that shit.
Kill the dead and take the dead heart and bite the damn dead heart.
Dead heart.
Yeah, they eat
shit.
raw.
Yeah,
They eat
raw.
the
Yeah.
dead hard raw and shit, man.
What you just said?
A fried alligator with ranch.
God.
They love that, man.
Yeah, they do that.
That seafood stuff, man.
Yeah, they peel the shit off and shit. And,
Grilled oysters.
yeah, grilled oysters and
All
shit.
that stuff.
Hey, that's why the scripture say, my people said, children are oppressors.
Children.
Child. That's
Fucking child, man, like you got Macaulay Culkin Home Alone.
Yep.
Answering to this bitch, man. You leave him home alone, he fucked the house up. That's what Esau did. Esau fucked up the planet Earth, man.
The scripture said for rulers are your children.
Yeah, we just said the children of your oppressors.
Children are, Princes and women rule up.
Fuck it, man. Come on.
This is Job 30, starting at the top. But now they that are younger than but now they that are younger than I,
Right. Macaulay Culkin, man.
yeah,
It is.
Right.
have me in derision.
Hey, these devils have us in derision, man. What's some of the ways they got you in derision? You fucking celebrate Christmas because of this devil. You know what I mean? These devils that got you in derision, got you running with like a chicken with your head cut off, man. Esau got you in derision. Go ahead.
Whose father I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Yeah, because they will pop the dogs, man.
Who else?
And they pop these dogs, man. You can believe that.
No.
Hey, women.
Yeah, you see them dogs. You got women. You like women? Even like dudes, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
They kept that dog, man, best friend, even though in the spirit, that's like, Caleb,
Yeah.
But with them devils, they flipped it and bounced it, man. That's man.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
We good. Come in and want, man. Spirit of the Lord, give them. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Okay, I'm going to jump down to verse 5. They were driven forth among men. They cried after them, after a thief.
And that the thief cometh but to steal, kill, and destroy. There's plenty of scriptures that prove that the so-called white man is a thief. Micah, the 2nd chapter. He coveted fields.
Genesis, fugitive in the background.
Fugitive in the background. Man, we'll be here till the missiles come. Effortlessly. Effortlessly, man.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
That's why, like I just said, we'll be here all day, man, because the scriptures always build up to the downfall of this devil, man. That's why, Jake always want to find an answer or something. Answers this devil need to get rid of, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need to get rid of this devil. Right.
We in court, man. There's so much evidence.
Yep, that's it.
You know?
That's it.
No. We got more over here. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
To dwell in the clefts of the valleys, in the caves of the earth,
Go ahead.
and in the rocks.
Yep. And see, the scriptures give you subtle clues of who this man is, man. He's in the cliffs and the rocks. These buildings is nothing but replicas of mountains and cliffs, like we said before. They don't make it with timber and, you know. Concrete. Go ahead.
Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together.
Yeah.
They were children of fools.
See, they were children of fools, meaning what? Their forefather going all the way back, really to Esau, he was a fool, man.
Right.
Because they're in the position they're in now because they had a forefather who was a fool. He gave up their birthright.
Hey, that's right.
You know, with Hebrews, he gave up their birthright, right? But see, that was two different extremes right there. Esau was a fool and Jacob was real shrewd.
Right.
They show you that wisdom win all the time. Jacob always said, you can tell Jacob probably not like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Tired of man. Yeah, Jacob in there chilling and cooking and shit, listening to some good music. That motherfucker storm in the door. You know what I mean? Jacob like, I'm tired of this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Jacob like, I got this nigga. I'm gonna get this nigga. He like, man, okay. Man, I wanna, man, I'm gonna get him that shit, man. You gonna send him. Hey, that's heavy. Jacob was always trying to get that birthright. It wasn't just one day.
So bad.
Jacob was always trying to get him. You get that birthright. Esau like, no. Yeah, motherfucker was proud and shit. No, man, it's my birthright. And Jacob like, I'm gonna get him. Jacob probably was scoping him and shit. That motherfucker like that stew. You know what I'm saying? Jacob cooked that shit, big stew, that motherfucker, big plate, that shit smelling. You know what I'm saying? Coming that motherfucker, get this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker asked again. That was a back and forth right there, man. That was chess, man. If you know anything about chess, man. It wasn't no one-time thing. It was a lot of stalemates. They was at a standstill. Man, I'm gonna give him a talk to his mom and shit. We gonna get him. Rebecca? Yeah, Rebecca. They was finessing them. Oh, that proved too. The apostles were going into, with Festus and Paul. That was the finesse game, man. That's us, man. We got the finesse game, man. That's wisdom. You think wisdom just a nigga with some eyeglasses? Hey,
that's true.
No, this formula that equals that. No, man. Wisdom is to be able to navigate, man. That's why your shot said, you're as serpents. Why is a serpent? You can throw us anywhere, man. You throw us anywhere, we're going to get out of there, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh shot. And that's Jacob. That's it. I got proof. Yep, go ahead.
This Genesis 27, I'm going to start at verse 35. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety, they have taken away thy blessing.
Man, I Jacob was chipping away. He got him, man. He got him, man. Brother has come with subtlety, man. Shrewdness. Oh, even when you read Isaiah the 40, what's that? Isaiah the 43rd chapter, I believe it is. Nope, Isaiah 52. When the Lord, we talk about Yahushua, he said, my servant shall deal prudently, man.
Oh, yep.
That's bad, man. You get that real quick, man. When you read that with understanding, that's like willing and dealing, man. Give me that. Isaiah 52. You got it?
Precept.
Bring it up.
It is Proverbs 1 and 4 to give subtlety to the simple and to the young man knowledge and discretion.
And man, we was in Solomon's entourage, man. Come on, man. You had to be sharp.
Yep. Straight up.
Hey, even King David was very sharp, man. You know? That's why he used that subtlety to get out of the situation he was in. Hey, even when he got Bathsheba, that was shrewd. That was a shrewd move, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, Isaiah 52:13. Behold, my servant shall deal prudently.
See, my servant shall deal prudently, man. That's the men of the Lord. That's how we deal, man. That's why you got to be careful around men of the Lord. I always say that. Can't know anybody come into this circle. We're going to sniff your ass out, man. We're going to run circles around you. What? I bet he'll be dead in a week, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 52:13. Behold, my servant shall deal prudently. He shall be exalted and installed and be very high.
Right, but the point is what? The servant, that dealing with Yahweh Shabbat, that sentiment echoes to all the servants of the Lord. You got to deal prudently, man. And that's what happened with Jacob. You know? So yeah, that's it on that. Now come on, go back where you was at.
Okay.
You back in Job, you finished that off? Yeah, go back to Job.
This is Job chapter 30 and verse 8. They were children of fools.
Right, so Esau was the fool, man. He was the fool of fools, and Jacob was very shrewd. That was a no-win situation. He was done, man. The Lord equipped Jacob with the necessary tools to get that birthright. All right, go ahead.
Yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
And that's it. They were viler than the earth, man. So now we know what Esau come from. We can go to the humble beginnings of Esau, man. That's why you got bestiality. Like the devil's pop a turtle. Some kind of way they can figure it out.
Yeah, man. This it's sick.
I'm just saying, you can't put nothing past these motherfuckers. Because why? When you get these devils, they'll go up in the lab and they can come up with the formula to make a man pregnant. That means that they diligent in wickedness, man.
That's what your check, when it get cut out, when your check get cut, that shit going
it's going to that. Your check get cut to go toward them furthering the advancement of a man becoming pregnant. But if you don't pay your taxes, they'll come lock you up. Turn to go in this chair. Yeah, go ahead.
And that just probably got a precept to bag dog. This is Psalms 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
And with the vilest man on the planet Earth, man? The Edomites, man. What's that? Daniel 4:17, I believe. Set up the basis of men. Hey, that's a miraculous work. The fact that Esau is in power. This is the man. Fucking niggas some doctors, man. This motherfucker, when that motherfucker know that Elon Musk.
Yeah, man, that
Hey, did y'all see the video? Y'all see the video of that motherfucker dancing? Elon Musk motherfucker. Did y'all see that?
Yeah. So,
I'm tired, man. This got millions of dollars, man.
Oh, well, that's what that definition we looked up and go back to Alfred. Contrary. I think it's the second Thessalonians.
Yeah.
That's back. The scriptures break it down. When you go into 2 Thessalonians, you're going to he that opposes. And we go into the word opposing. Do you know it leads you back to awkward? That's so ain't no way around it, man. Esau, the so-called white man, is the devil, man. Because righteousness is flavor.
Straight up.
You know? And what's the direct opposite of salt? Awkwardness, man. And that goes to oppose. That word oppose leads you back to adverse.
Adverse,
See, it goes back to adverse. And adverse goes, that's bad. Which we know that that's Satan, Satan. And when you dig deeper, it takes you back to the word awkward, man.
Esau.
That's it.
That's Esau, man. Fucking W, man. And that's awkward. Motherfuckers sniffing around, snooping around, sniffing panties, man. I mean, like, Jake would be sniffing around trying to get some bread. You know, Jake licking up under the bed to try to get some money or some shit. Esau looking for the freshest panties.
Jake trying to pop with the panties. Jake trying to pop
ice cream.
He got ice cream panties and shit, man.
Jake trying to pop where the panties come off of, man. He ain't trying to get no panties and sniff them. What kind of shit is that?
Well, that's the violence. That's violence.
Hebrews 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or a profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So it says, lest there be any fornicator, physical fornicator, spiritual fornicator, all right, or profane person. What profane mean? Outside of the temple. Esau is the most unhallowed, all right, person. He's the most ungodly person, man. That's the word profane, man. Outside of the temple. It says, as Esau, who for one morsel of meat, all right, for one uncooked piece of red meat.
Oh, yeah, because you got a lot of motherfuckers that say that was lentils, beans. No, but the scripture cut that.
It said one morsel of meat, and that meat was uncooked, red. It says sold his birthright. So you sold your rights to the kingdom, man. Your rights,
a cooked piece of meat.
Right. You sold your rights to the kingdom. Your rights of being the firstborn, man, being joint heirs, all right, to the throne, man. You sold it, man.
So you cried out about it.
Yeah, then you saw it with tears, man. See, you Edomites, man, you modern day Edomites, man. If you be around an Edomite, man, they know some fucking weak ass, cis ass crybabies, just like their forefather, man. The scripture said what? In verse 17, for ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, see, you sold your birthright, and if you hadn't sold your birthright, hey, man, that's a scary thing, but if you hadn't sold your birthright, you've been the firstborn. You've been inheritors of the kingdom, which, hey, that's a blessing. That's a blessing for us.
Well, that's sort of the Lord is wise.
Just, he already know.
He like, no, I know this. I created him.
He ain't ready. Yeah, he ain't ready. Yeah, that's right. I created him.
Give him the opportunity. Right. Don't fuck it up. Man.
Right.
You know, Cain, he was born first.
Yeah.
Right. Right. That's it. Because Cain is who? Esau, Edom coming back in the reincarnation. Yep. And our forefather, righteous Abel, is Jacob, which Jacob later on name was changed to what? Israel. He brought us forth because we are the Israelites.
They were both subtle. They knew the will of the Lord. They knew the things that please Yahweh Shah.
Right. So it says, Hebrews 12 and 17, for ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, but he sold his birthright, so ain't no having. He was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Right. And that applies to this very day.
Yeah.
Because Apostle Ha made a beautiful point, man, with the Apollo's space mission. Where Apollo go back to destroy you. Now, when you go into Jeremiah 31,
that's it.
Apostle Ha said that Apollo was to destroy Israel.
That's right.
Go ahead,
Because if you would.
What's that dude named Danny who made that video? Jesus, I want my birthright back.
I know the song.
I did a video on it. That might be Esau.
Yeah, you know.
Esau little brother, so they never knew about what voted about.
Still crying for the birthright.
They still do, yeah.
They claim we stole it.
Yeah, that was good.
That's a lot, man. Yeah, man. It was a what?
Fair trade.
I ain't even gonna say that, man. I ain't gonna cut you know what. I mean, you gave it up. You gave it up upon yourself.
But you gotta remember, it was still down with subtlety.
Yeah, it was.
Because that's why he said that.
Okay, so
you know, you came with the, like I said, it's extrapolation.
You're home.
Why you even talking about my birthday?
Yeah, well, you ain't talking. Yeah, true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why when he did with the
Yeah.
That's why he took it out.
Yeah, you're right, though. Yeah, you're right.
That's what the Lord said. Yeah, right. Go ahead.
Going back to wisdom.
Going back to wisdom.
This is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 20. Young men have seen light and dwelt upon the earth, but the way of knowledge have they not known. Nor understood the path thereof, nor laid hold of it. The children were far off from that way. Let's talk about Esau, man. Let's talk about Esau, the children of Edom.
Right.
They have not known that light, man. But they had it.
That path.
They had it, man. They seen the light.
That's right.
All right? It's a balance to everything, man. You got the righteous and the wicked, man.
Right.
The right and the left.
Right.
Choose sides.
Well, Daniel, the second chapter say, Yeah, how about Shema Shai give wisdom to the wise?
That's it.
So it was only given to us.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yep. So get what you got.
That's
Then
it.
we'll go back to that Job 30 and let's get around these scriptures. Go ahead.
Currently, second Ezra 3 in verse 16. It is unto him thou gavest Isaac, and to Isaac thou also gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau, and Jacob became a great multitude.
The elect, yeah. Great millstone. Yeah, go ahead.
Great 16.
If I may, that go back to what you said earlier, how they're trying to institute these different things to depopulate us because we were made a great nation.
Great nation.
Right.
That's right.
The scripture said, well, be fruitful and multiply.
Well, I think with the Exodus 1 and 7.
Yep.
Y'all want to get that? Grab that on deck too.
Who is the minority and who is the majority?
Well,
Right.
You ask yourself.
Esau,
that's all. Everything is except for these devils.
Upside down.
Yep,
That's
everything
right,
else is
Obadiah
right.
right there. Yeah, Obadiah, what, verse 1?
We the majority, man.
Yeah, we
One, yeah. Two,
Yo,
one,
woo, I made you smaller on the hill. And it's evidence too that they not populating, man. These devils is not having babies, man.
Yeah, no.
They too busy sniffing, you know what I mean?
Panning and shit.
Panning and shit. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Job 30 and 9. And now I am their song. Yeah, I am their byword.
Right.
Oh yeah, here it is. These devils who is the basis of men talk shit about us, man. They sit in the comfort of their own home at the dinner table, calling us niggas and spicks and coons, man. We'll become a byword to them. Go ahead.
They abhor me. They flee far from me.
Right, and that's so true, especially right here in our city. They live out there across the mountain, and they leave us here, and they don't want to be around us as if we the problem. You fucking devils, you the fucking...
Right.
See these motherfuckers out? Yeah, go ahead.
And spare not to spit in my face.
Motherfuckers, man. Go ahead.
Because he have loosed my cord and afflicted me, they have also let loose the bridle before me.
I bet everybody all right, right? All right, come on. Let's go. Yep, get Exodus. Yep.
This is the book of Exodus 1 and verse 7. It says, and the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mightily, and the land was filled with them.
And that's right to this very day. It's jakes all over the place, man.
Names that don't change.
Yeah, if you paying attention, man, everywhere you look is jakes. Right. Everywhere you look is jakes, man. Even in the white neighborhood, it's jakes.
Nobody trying to flee.
Among the Africans, among the
Everywhere you go, jakes.
so-called. Yeah, they everywhere.
Go ahead up.
Verse 8, it says, now there rose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more mighty than thee. It says, come and let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply and it come to pass.
And that's where you get the Georgia Guidestones. Right. Google the Georgia Guidestones.
Right.
The first commandment is what? To depopulate the planet from under 7 billion.
Yeah, 500 billion. That's right.
But who that's talking about?
Us.
That's talking about Israel. And we're going to show you where they got the formula from. Go ahead.
And it comes to pass that they followed out of war, and they joined also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. It says, therefore they did set up over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and to build for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses.
Go ahead.
It says, but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied.
And it's the same as today. The more we being afflicted, Jake still popping women and getting charity, man.
That's it.
That's why Genesis is a heavy book, man. It's prophecy in there. Go ahead.
It says, and grew, and they grieved because of the children. It's like it says, and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
And that's dealing with all these different nations. Psalms 83, these different nations. Everybody grieved because of Israel. What are we going to do about these Israelites? They grieved because of Israel. Go ahead.
It says, 13, and the Egyptians were made, he said, like, it says, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar, and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. All the service wherein they made them serve was rigor.
Go ahead.
It says, and the kings of Israel spake to the Hebrews midwives, of which the name of one was Shapara, and the name of the other Paul.
Yeah, check this out. Go ahead.
It says, and said, when ye do the office of a midwife to a Hebrew woman, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him.
Abortion.
That's it.
Is it?
So that proves where you get abortion, Planned Parenthood, all that shit. It's all an effort to cut Israel off from being a nation, man. Pursuant to the book of Psalm 83. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says
the midwife like nurses. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
But the moral of the story is what? This is the formula, the blueprint that these devils use to this very day to try to get rid of Israel. You know? So, anybody else got something? You got something? That was it? All right. Hey, so with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom to the sincere brethren that labored in his work, as well as you believers. You know, the Akim and the Akwath, which will be the brothers and the sisters that subscribe to this truth as well. To the next time, Shalom.
Shalom. DTA, Abab.
Soon.
To you germs.
Yeah, definitely.
February the 1st.
Catch the coronavirus, man.
Yeah.
Drop dead. You know what I mean?
The corona.
I'm looking like a motherfucker too, man.
Are we on now?
So it is.